It's now around 8 o'clock here on August 31st. I want to give you the latest fly through when it comes to the heat map to show you where the fire is right now. Today it has pretty much run east of Meyers and up into these hills right here. Right now it is making a run toward the Nevada state line, which is why they have expanded the evacuations. The Kingsbury area here, which is over in Douglas County. Now to show you how we got to this point, let's back up about 24 hours. Last night the fire was burning here at Echo Summit, and it was also burning over toward Echo Lake. I do believe we lost some structures in this particular area, and there was a lot of concern for the Christmas Valley of the fire raining ash and embers onto the Christmas Valley. Well, firefighters worked really hard to put those out as they started. And they also set some backfires when the conditions were just right. So Meyers is down here, and we did burn very close to some neighborhoods. How close? Well, this is Highway 50 right here, and you see this neighborhood over here. Looks like we got some flames pretty close to this neighborhood, but they stayed out. Over here, this is South Lake Tahoe mini storage. You could see right at the edge there, we had some flames, but they got that under control. Let's move on over into this neighborhood, and you could see this is where they did a lot of back burning. With the heat map indicating where we saw flames there. We also had some flames over closer toward the airport burning up in these hills, but they've done a very good job of protecting structures down in Meyers. Now to the advancement. It's up in these hills right here toward Fountain Place. And to give you an idea of what the terrain is like up here, I'm going to show you the Tahoe Rim Trail. This is a Google Street View to give you an idea of the type of brush that's up in these mountains. You can see right here, if you were hiking along the trail, this is what your view would be. And the fire is burning through all of this brush, these trees, which are dried out now. So now you could see the fire is approaching the peak here. You see the valley, the Carson Valley over here, where you find Gardnerville and Carson City. And a lot of us are very familiar with Heavenly. So I'm going to show you right at the top. If you were to take the gondola to the top of Heavenly, this is what you would see. And as we fly on over the casinos and the lake down here. So here is the view. If you were standing right at the casinos and you were looking back toward the flames, this is how far it is from the casinos there in State Line. Still several miles away, and you can see it's pretty much up in the mountains above it. Now I want to show you to the southern edge right now because we do have some advancement here. The fire is now burning in yet another county. It has crossed Highway 88. It did that last night, and it has been burning in the Thunder Mountain area in this terrain. And just within the last couple of hours, it has now spotted ahead and is burning in the hills just east of Kirkwood. So if you're at Kirkwood, the ski resort, you can see we have flames on the east side, and then over here, flames are just above this ridge, and they've also crossed over the ridge, burning here, now about a mile and a half from the ski resort. We were reporting earlier today that fire crews were actually riding the chairlifts up to the top where they were setting up to protect Kirkwood. All right, we also have advancement over here, south of Highway 88. When you get south of Highway 88, you are in Amador County, and you see we have a lot of granite up here. It's burning through here. And I want to give you a street view indication of what it is like here on Highway 88 because you could see we have a lot of brush up in here as well. So if we get onto Highway 88, and the Google Street View will show you, we have trees like this on both sides of the road, so it's burning through the trees right there. All right, so the fire right now is burning toward Silver Lake, and if you're familiar with this area, it's also burning toward Mud Lake. And I want to give you some indications here. We do have some buildings in this particular area. For example, the Kit Carson Lodge is down here. The fire is burning toward that. We also have a couple other lodges which are located right along Highway 88 that it is burning toward. This right here is Maiden's Grave, if you're familiar with the area. All right, now I want to show you the Kyburz area because we do have some flare-ups in the Kyburz area. You can see right here it's burning in the hills south of 50. along this area, mountainous area, and then we also have some flare-ups west of Kyburz. This is Whitehall right here, and it's burning in this terrain right over here. On the western front, we have some good news. No longer do we have active fire around Sly Park or near Pollock Pines. They have contained it to this area in the hills just east of Somerset and Pleasant Valley. They do have some containment lines over here, so they're pretty pleased with how this looks right now with the containment lines on the west side. But we are keeping an eye right now on it spreading east. We do have those evacuations now over in the Kingsbury area. State Line, by the way, which is housing some firefighters and evacuees. State Line, Nevada itself, where the casinos are, is not evacuated right now at this time. So that is the latest thorough fire heat map fly through at about 8 o'clock tonight. We're going to have the latest for you on CBS and Sacramento and on the CBS 13 News at 10 o'clock.